It's a dank and gloomy day in Cape Town. There is no sunlight around at all. Cloud covered deluxe. It's almost like it's gonna piss down with rain on us quite soon. This is the first time I'm testing this GoPro in this sort of gloomy condition. I have the ISO locked on a minimum of 100, a maximum of 200. I'm not sure if maybe I should have gone a little bit higher with the ISO settings, because this is almost a proper low light condition. I mean, it is really gloomy today. It looks dank. Lucky this camera is waterproof, because it may start raining, although I'm using an external microphone at the moment. I'm using a lavalier mic wound down the pole of my monopod, and it is close to my hand on the handle, which means that this GoPro is not waterproof at the moment. It has to be opened on the side in order for the USB-C from the external microphone adapter box thingy-majiggy that has plugged in there at the moment. So this camera is not waterproof. So you can hold up on the rain if you don't mind, just a little while. How is the stabilization on this? I have changed to a different monopod. This is a lang arm, which means long arm in Afrikaans. A lang arm 900 millimeter monopod. It's not on 900 millimeters at the moment. It's probably on about 50 centimeters. So I haven't used this on this camera yet. I'm going to try it out now on the full extension. I have the cable of the lavalier mic wound round and round and round the pole, just so that it keeps the cable nice and tidy and out the way. Let's have a look to see what it looks like when it's fully extended.
Not fully extended yet. The cable.
And there we have it. That is a full extension of the monopod, 900 millimeters. How's that looking? I can feel that there's a little bit of bounce. I can feel a little bit of bounce as I walk because it's so long. Let's try a different angle. Let's try an overhead shot. Does that look like I have a small drone in my pocket? So obviously the sound shouldn't be affected here at all, because even though the camera is like a meter away from my face because of the length of my arm as well, the lavalier mic is still here right at my hand, which is only about 40 centimeters in front of my mouth pits. So sound should still be pretty good. I have the camera's external mic setting on standard mic, not standard mic plus. I find the standard mic plus, because of the increase of 20 decibels that it adds on, there's a lot more ambient noise. So I'd rather it records a little bit quieter. I can always boost in post-production, but if you use standard mic plus and it adds more ambient background noise and hiss and hum, then if you try and boost that in post-production, you just have to get rid of noises that weren't there if you were just using the normal standard mic. So this is standard mic setting. With the extra extension of this pole, can you see the pole in the periphery at the bottom of this shot with this camera? I suspect you may do. If not, I'll be stoked. It looks like the sun is just about to crack its little way through the grey clouds. Hopefully that gives us a little bit more light here so we can see what we really have. Whoa, there's a big plume of. What's with that? Looks like a truck has dumped a load of concrete on the street and all the cars are just driving by and kicking it up. We're gonna have that concrete in our lungs. What kind? That's exactly where we're walking by now. So let's give this camera a little try with a bit of a run. Okay, going for a run. How's the stability with a bit of a run? I have this monopod extended to about 500 millimeters. I can see it bouncing a lot as I run. There's no way that this is gonna be too stable. Just can't see it. Maybe if I go a little shorter with it. Yeah, it's a little shorter. I guess maybe it's a little more stable. If I go a little quicker here, maybe that stabilizes a touch more. Let's see. At least I'm warming myself up now. It's quite a cold day in Cape Town, South Africa. So a little bit of warmth now will be quite good. And I'm getting concrete dust in my lungs too. All the cars are driving by and just kicking the dust up. It's in my lungs now. I have to run to get out of it. There's a lot of concrete on the floor there. That can't be healthy in your lungs. Mixed with the water, you get one concrete cast of your lungs. I gave up smoking 11 or 12 years ago. I don't want to die from concrete lungs after going through all the hassle of giving up smoking. I'm so unfit. You would never guess or believe that only 4 years ago I ran. Blood's not in my head anymore. It's not there either. It's just not anywhere, it seems. You'd never guess that only 4 years ago I ran a 90 kilometer ultra marathon. I said ultra twice because it's like an ultra marathon on steroids. There's a 56 kilometer ultra marathon here in South Africa, and then I did that one, and 2 months later I did the 90 kilometer ultra marathon, and I gotta tell you, I nearly croaked. But now I've just run like 200 meters and I feel nearly as badly. So poor. Anyway, I'm also holding the microphone a little closer to me at the moment. I don't know why. Maybe because this GoPro suddenly got heavy from running. I have a crooked arm which is bent up like this. So the microphone's only about 25 centimeters away from my mouth. That should be picking up a lot better. I'm putting it purposefully much closer now. How's that? That must be sounding pretty good. This is about the same distance a lavalier mic would usually be away from myself or oneself. That should be sounding excellent right now. I'm gonna do one more test. I'm gonna do one more test. I'm gonna unclip the lavalier mic from the pole and attach it to myself like an actual lavalier mic and see what the difference is like. I mean, there should definitely be quite a difference. But I don't mind also that the sound is a little bit lower in this microphone. Like I say, a little bit of post-production stuff, not much at all. Very quick to boost the sound, and should be good. So next test will be lavalier mic clipped onto me like it's supposed to be used. And here we are now with the lavalier mic attached to my shirt. As you can see here, it has a big old furry dead cat on it, which would really crack up some people from my old school 100 years back. Everybody used to think I was a Satanist because I was into hard rock and alternate music. Here I am 20 years later wearing a dead cat around my neck. Maybe they were right. No, they weren't right. I'm not a Satanist. Couldn't be bothered with all that stuff. Too much religiosity. So how's the sound from this dead cat? This thing, my dead cat. Calm down with the dead cat fixations, Sean. So how is the sound on this lavalier mic? This lavalier mic, for the first time in its life, is being used as an actual lavalier mic. This sound should be as good as it gets. If I turn away from the camera, the sound should not change. That is the one thing about using the lavalier mic on the handle, on the pole of this monopod. If you turn away from it, the sound will change. If you put the camera out to the side and film yourself like this and talk, it will not pick up the sound as it does normally. Here, it should make no difference which direction I look. Well, not much difference at all. I suppose if I turn my head over my shoulders, it will make a difference. But if I turn my entire body, it shouldn't make a difference at all. So, how is this test going? Have I got A, super stabilized footage from this GoPro Hero 7? Have I got B, decent sound from this lavalier mic setup? One of the most compact setups you can get to use with the GoPro Hero 7. The one issue I may have is that the monopod I'm using, this 900mm langarm monopod, is silver. So there may be a line in my sunglasses here somewhere where that silver is reflecting in my sunglasses. Is that the case? Is it off-putting? Is it too much? Do I have to try and spray paint a plastic silver pole, or do I need to try and buy another pole? All my other monopods are black. This is the only one I have that's silver. Okay, so with this ISO setting of minimum 100, maximum 200, I'm now going into an even darker area. How dark is this? Is this too dark? Do I need to boost that maximum ISO setting slightly to get a better picture in slightly lower light areas? Or is this still usable as I transition from light to dark and then back to light? Let's see. And finally, there comes the sun poking its little mutt head through the dark grey clouds up here. This is one of the issues that I really have a lot with my vlogging cams. I've tested out dozens of vlogging cams, and a situation where there's bright light and a lot of glare, like when it's very overcast, when it's quite overcast, but there's bright sun. It's not bright sun at the moment yet, but it's getting there. As the sun reflects and refracts through the water droplets in the sky, it tends to blow these cameras out quite a lot. The sensors get a little bit overwhelmed and everything gets a bit overexposed, especially the sky. How is this GoPro Hero 7 coping? There's some nice shapes and patterns in the clouds at the moment. Let's see if we can pick them up. It's got to cross this road without getting killed. even a tiny little coin-sized patch of blue sky over there. Could you see that all right? Is there still nice definition in the clouds? Because there is quite nice definition. Sometimes though the camera will just show it as a big grey mess or a big white mess, like the entire sky is just blown out. What I like is when you can see all the definition in the clouds. I do not have an ND filter on this camera. I wish these GoPros would have a built-in ND filter, but I find that they do quite a good job on their own compared to a lot of my vlogging cameras that don't have ND filters. These do show quite a lot of definition, and they don't show up a lot of glare off the roadway, for instance, which a lot of my cameras do, and that is super annoying. It's one of my pet peeves and I can't stand it. It makes me delirious. So these GoPro cameras are usually quite good. That in the background there is Table Mountain. It is one of the 7 natural wonders of the modern world. Beautiful mountain. One of the most photographed places on earth, I'm sure. Definitely in South Africa. Sorry, I'm battling to talk. I'm busy eating a delicious South African snack. This is called biltong. It is basically raw meat that's been dried raw meat, and then it's cut into thin slivers, kind of similar to the Americans' jerky. Absolutely delicious. Ugh. This is my breakfast. Half of a dried dead animal. So nice.